Many people who've lost everything to the wildfires say they're still really just trying to process what has happened. They're juggling a lot of emotions: shock, anger, grief, anxiety.
Friends, family, and even strangers are also probably struggling with what to say to these survivors. And here to help us is licensed clinical social worker and author of the book Myself, an autobiography of survival, Kelly Kitley. Kelly, thank you so much. We know a lot of folks are trying to show up and show support for victims, whether they're doing it through donations, fundraisers, or even opening up their own homes. But when it comes to words, what should people say? What do people need to hear? What do they want to hear?
Sure. So it is really important that viewers know that there are no perfect words. And sometimes just being able to hold space for somebody and say, I am so sorry what you're going through. How can I help? Can speak volumes to somebody and really help them work through some of their anxiety or anger or all the range of emotions the survivors are feeling.
You know, it's interesting because experts, Kelly, say that you really shouldn't sugarcoat the situation. So are there things that we should avoid saying?
Yes, please. We want to make sure that we are not projecting toxic positivity. And sometimes I know that people have really good intentions and have a hard time seeing people suffer, but saying things like, well, at least you have your life, can minimize what somebody's feeling. Or being able to say something to somebody along the lines of, well, you should be grateful your dog survived. And this makes people feel insecure and makes them feel really uncomfortable and maybe judged sometimes. Really be empathic and compassionate and being able to just really listen and make eye contact, and sometimes just holding somebody in your arms while they cry and embrace them with a hug can be so healing.
And sometimes just asking a simple question like, what can I do to help you? Can open up the conversation. What about for kids who are watching this and seeing these headlines, seeing these stories on the news? What's your advice for how parents can talk to their kids about this in an age-appropriate way?
Sure. So just validating how devastating it is and finding ways that we can help. I think that what we are noticing is communities are coming together and sending resources that people need who are displaced, and really being able to encourage and empower kids to help and say prayers and send good thoughts as well as physical things that they can send to people.
Kelly Kitley, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate your advice.